Hello and welcome to No Look Reviews, where we watch United games so you don't have to. And today it was one of the more anxious watches in a long time. It was Luton 1, Man United 2. Let's jump right into it. Let's start off with the lineups. I think this was probably the strongest lineup.
Yeah, the same lineup we started with last time.
Yeah, bar Martinez for Maguire. Shaw comes back, but then again, for him, has to go off at halftime. Whether it's injury, whether it's yellow card, who knows what. So it was the strongest lineup, and I mean, literally the first thing that happens in the game is the ball is booted long. The Luton defender, I think it's Bell, who's chasing the ball.
I think so, yeah.
He misplaces the pass horribly. I don't know why he was trying to pass laterally. He should have passed to the keeper. But Hoyland intercepts. Clean one on goal. Rounds up Kaminsky. Scores at 30 seconds. And I thought that was it. Like, it was going to be our first 4-0, 5-0 game of the season. We controlled the game after that. Had loads of chances, loads of corners and stuff. And then out of one such corner, the ball comes in. It's headed out by the Luton guy. Alejandro Garnacho controls it, volleys it
On his left foot.
It comes to Hoyland, who just shoulders it into the far corner.
It's like partial shoulder, partial chest, but like it's like I don't even know. I think it was just trying to put it inside the box, like in the center for someone to hit it, but it ends up going at the goal. The goalkeeper just didn't expect it, just rolls in, and the defenders just there standing. And
2-0 up at 6 minutes.
7 minutes at 6 minutes. It's honestly, dream start.
We
did not expect that. We didn't expect Luton to not be on point focused as they have been in the past few weeks. They've been having a good run of form, so it was unfortunate to see them like that, but that's where things fell down, right? So
it was 2-0 at 6 minutes, and that was game, guys. Thank you for watching. Just kidding. How can we just have a straightforward United game? That never happens. That never happens.
Not this season.
We're still controlling. They're playing well, and then Luton. Actually, ball comes to Tahi Chong on the wing. He rounds up someone, takes a shot. I think it deflects off Maguire. And the ball comes to Jaden Morris. One of the Morrises. Number 9 for Luton, their captain. Onana's trying to charge him, but he reads it horribly.
Or he doesn't even. It doesn't even look like he's going for the ball by the way things are looking in the fucking flashback or whatever. Like you don't even see him going for the ball. The ball's going somewhere and then he's just going for Morris at some point. So
I think he was just trying to block the ball when he had the time to actually go in and catch it. But Morris heads it past him. 2-1 Luton, and shit goes down for the next 50 or so minutes. So
it's like back and forth, half chances here, half chances there. Luton's kind of controlling the game. We get a chance every now and then just launching the ball up. Same way Hoyland got the first goal. We had 2 or 3 chances. A lot cleaner. Their actual passes onto our players. Garnacho had a one-on-one chance. Bruno had a one-on-one chance. Dalot had a one-on-one chance. Rashford had a couple scuff shots. One decent shot with his left foot, but not really that good. Lindelof coming up as left back, not really playing that clean game that he can. Don't blame him too much.
But let's take a step back before the changes, right? So we spoke about all the chances we had, but let's talk about the chances Luton had.
Oh my god.
I'll talk about the first one. This is when I think someone, again, because both teams were just launching the ball, they're trying to play the counter. There was a loose ball. Casemiro goes in for a 50-50 with the Luton player. It appears that there's a clash between the two, and Casemiro's late, and he gets booked. Now, similarly to the last game, but I rightfully called that Casemiro didn't even touch the guy. Same thing happens here. He gets booked when he didn't even touch the guy.
He put the foot in front of the other foot. I don't think there was contact, but I don't
even think there was contact.
It's just there. The foot's there. It was a really easy chance to fake, and they did it, and it worked out in their favor. We got a yellow card.
It's just, again, Casemiro's getting booked for his reputation rather than his actual actions now, and it's not looking good for him. I think he just has to play. He has to hold back a bit, but then if he holds back, he's not the Casemiro, right?
He's not Casemiro then. I mean, he did hold back after that. We saw that one chance where he was trying to intercept behind him, like he was trying to reverse, like intercept or whatever you want to call it. But then he pulled back. He pulled his foot back, and then that's when Luton got a chance. They was like 1-on-1 against Maguire, I think, or Shaw. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, one of the above. Shaw actually, yeah. And Shaw was also on the yellow card, so he couldn't do much either. So it was just a bad thing. I mean, later on in the game, Casemiro did actually foul and did not get a second yellow, so kind of balances things out. But really, I don't know. We were always under pressure. Casemiro couldn't really do what he wants to do, and that second foul that he committed, you could see him on the floor being like, "Yeah, fuck, I'm gone." He's like, his face was saying it. He didn't even say it himself; it was his face.
I mean, all of us thought, that's it. That's the game. Yeah, it was already 2-1. Luton has the momentum. They have the numbers on us now, we got away with it. But we got away with it at the moment. But overall, because the first one wasn't even a yellow, it was fine. That would have been a yellow at max. So. We're good. Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to Luton. They actually came back and played pretty well after, conceding 2 goals in 7 minutes. It's crazy. We still had the ball for, till 15 or so minutes. We still had the chances. And then they came back. They did their thing. They showed why they've had the decent run of form that they do. And much respect to them, but also no disrespect. It should have been an easier game than that. We should have, actually scored the chances we had.
And that's the thing, right? This game, again, just like the Wolves game, we create our own downfall. It's just so stupid. The error from Onana yet again. He has a couple of good games and then he has a complete disaster. And to be fair, Luton had chances, but they never really tested Onana, so he couldn't really prove himself after that. Right, that was his only action in the entire game. It was just another you would say bad performance in terms of just pure goalkeeping standpoint.
I don't know, man. Onana, he has one good game and then it goes back to shit. Same with Maguire. He had one great performance and then goes back to I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on. Maguire did have a couple good games before he got injured, but now it's looking like he's back to his shaky self, I think. I think he just needs that run of games. Maybe hopefully he can catch back up to his form. But it's just not good enough. We don't finish our chances. We don't finish off the game. That's what United needs to do. We gotta keep that momentum going. When you're 2-0 up, make it 3-0, make it 4-0. Finish the game off before it's actually finished. Then you can actually chill, get some players off the bench, and not play under pressure for 95 fucking minutes, 90, 100, whatever the fuck the stoppage time ends up being, right? It's just not fun. It's just not fun at that point. It's just all pressure. Makes the games kind of interesting for us, I guess.
It's great for the neutral, but it was such an anxious watch for me. Especially I was just swearing the entire time. I was just
I was just having fun. Honestly, at this point, I don't expect much. So I just end up enjoying it a little bit. But I see where the frustration comes in. I get frustrated too. But I mean, that's part of the sport, right? It's how the Premier League works. It's how the games in the Prem go. And kind of is the entertainment factor of it. So
we have Casemiro, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire on yellow cards. Luke Shaw, I think he probably goes off injured.
He went straight to the tunnel.
Straight to the tunnel at first half stoppage time. So
46th minute, I think, something like that. We had 4 extra minutes added on. But
so Lindelof comes on for him again at left back, but luckily I think today he was much better.
He was. The thing is, his build-up play is not obviously as good as Luke Shaw. He's not as composed on the ball. But in terms of defensively, there wasn't really any threat down his side, so he kind of worked with it, and it was a decent enough game for him. We can't really blame him too much for that. But
And then Scott McTominay comes on for Casemiro. I would say it was one of his much better games on the ball. I would say he was physical, he was there in the midfield battle. He was doing 1-2s with Mainu, Rashford, Hoyland. I think he had a solid game. Not again. It's just I would say it's an average midfield performance, but we don't see that from Scott, right? We either see he's just
up in the box.
Either invisible or, like he's a fox in the box. But today in the midfield, he was fine. Like, he did a job, came in for Casemiro.
Yep.
And I don't even think he got booked, so...
He didn't get booked. He kind of ran around a little bit, like, helped with the passing plays a little bit. I mean, Mainu was running the show the second Casemiro went off the field.
Yeah.
You could actually not see Mainu on the ball much in the first half.
Yeah, we didn't see him at all.
I don't know why. I think he was just that shadow guy that was just pulling players away, which is also a good thing. Yeah. Casemiro gets some time to play those long balls, to play those passes. But not having Mainu play on the ball, be on the ball, it's just not fun. You gotta see the kid.
And you could tell.
Yeah. He was frustrated a little bit too.
And then second half when we did have Casemiro, when Mainu was like the primary guy in the midfield, that's when we controlled the ball. That's where like I think after like the 60th minute, like Luton had one or two chances, but that's bound to happen because they're gonna push. But for like the last 30 minutes, like we were comfortable on the ball. Like I don't think I was as threatened in the last 30 minutes as I was like from the 15th minute to the 60th. That's when Luton was just like attack after attack. It was just you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But no, like he did well. And then the last one, Johnny Evans for Harry Maguire, and I think once Evans came in, him and Varane in the second half, played really well. Cleared everything that was coming in the box except for the last Luton chance. They played well. They played well. Like Evans, he was good on the ball, like passed well. And
composed, showed his experience as usual. 100%. Like the thing is like with Evans, why I like him is because he's so consistent. Like he has the experience, he knows what not to do and what to do. So he's never gonna make, not never, but like he's very likely not to make any of those stupid dumbass mistakes that Maguire makes, or maybe GALORE might make, or anyone under pressure might make, like Lindelof might make. He just doesn't make those. That comes from experience. Yeah. And that's why I'm like kind of calmer and like it when he's on the pitch more than maybe a Maguire. But on his day, Maguire can do well. So, you know what? It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, played well. They kind of controlled the game. They helped pass around the ball.
Yeah. And then the only other thing that happened in the second half, was the chances you spoke about. First, it was Dalot tries to round up Kaminsky. Like, Kaminsky just holds onto the ball. Then, I think the second one was Garnacho. No, the second was Bruno. Bruno rounds up Kaminsky, but as he's about to shoot, I think there's a block from one of the Luton defenders.
Yeah, that was a good block.
That was a good block. Yeah. And then the last one, Garnacho. I think Garnacho one was the one which, was the worst one just because he had so much time on the ball.
Yeah, he was clearly through. He wasn't offside. He was through the defense. No one was following him. No one was even close to him when he was there.
Yeah.
And one-on-one against the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and he didn't need to round up Kaminsky. Yeah. Like, he could have just shot. He could have chipped him. Like, he had so much space and time.
Nice low shot. Take it with your right. Take it with your left. Finesse it. Whatever you want. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of options. There's a chance that, Kaminsky might save it. But, honestly, one-on-one like that... Yeah. Even though Kaminsky has been really good this season's made a lot of good saves, but come on. You got to score that. I don't know. You've had enough chances to finish the game off. We just didn't 100%. Take them, and that's our fault. That's on us, and that's on our players. We got to get those going. Come on. Yeah. Like, Højlund can't be scoring all the goals.
Yeah, and you saw that, right? And then the last chance for us was the Højlund one. Yeah. He tried to chip the keeper, but, he should have just placed it on to the keeper's right. Yeah, but that's fine because like 2 out of 3.
Yeah, and also the box was pretty crowded in that chance, so it wasn't even like it was a one-on-one or a clear opportunity. It was like off a scuff chance here and there, and then he kind of got the ball in the box.
Yeah, but you can't blame him. Like he scored 7 goals of 10 shots. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's a crazy stat. Like however you want to look at it, right?
I mean, look at Haaland. He gets 3 big chances and scuffs them yesterday. So that's saying a lot.
There was another, I don't know if you followed it, but Jonathan David, he scored a hat-trick, but he also had 4 big chances missed or something like that.
That's great.
So, I mean, there's these strikers around there scoring goals, but, they also get that many chances. Yeah. Højlund, for the first one, he created it himself. Yeah. The second one, it should have never been an assist. Like, it was, he converted a shot into a goal. Yep. So, he's doing it all by himself, and, he's great in hold-up play. He's great in build-up. Yep. Man, I can't expect more from him. He's doing really well, and the youngest player to score in 6 consecutive games. Yeah,
it's a great Premier League record to keep. I mean, the Henrys, Joe Willock's the other one. So
he was record holder.
Yeah, but I mean, you can see how Rasmus kind of changed up his game a little bit too, right? Initially he wasn't getting the goals, he wasn't getting the chances, so he's starting to come back deep. helping Bruno with the hold-up play, like kind of gets the ball, brings it to Bruno. Bruno gets it to one of our wingers who run down the wing, and then hopefully maybe score, create a chance. 100%. And like that's how like it goes. And he's been he's playing a pivotal role. Like Martial could not do that. Martial can pass the ball around here and there, but like that's about
he's not as physical.
He's not as physical
and
at all.
He's lost his pace.
Yeah,
right.
Lost his pace.
You look at the first goal Højlund scored. Like that was purely pace and power.
Yeah, and he doesn't try that hard anymore. And I mean. Yeah, we already know Marcel's probably gone at the end of the season, so not worth talking about. But hopefully Højlund can stay fit. Hopefully Højlund can keep his run of form going, because I'm expecting a lot from this kid. He's doing well. I like him. Well. He has a lot of potential. The pace and power. Like the first goal he scored was a prime example of what Garnacho, what Dalot, and what Bruno Fernandes should have done.
Yeah.
But could not. So yeah, as easy as it is to say that 1-on-1 is easy to score, I guess not really, because a lot of our players are missing them. But moving on from that.
Right. So I guess the one last thing we're gonna discuss is the chance Luton had at the end. It was off a corner, literally the last play of the game.
Yeah.
Barkley, to be honest, like, does a great header.
Yeah. And he had a great game.
I mean, Barkley's been amazing. Like I've watched a couple of Luton games, like obviously against the big sides, but he's always had an impact. He's always played really well. To me the game against Arsenal, like just out of this world. Like it's unfortunate how they lost at the end, but like he was out of this world. Even against Newcastle, he was amazing. Like Barkley, he's 30 years old, but I don't know if he has a chance to go to the Euros.
No, probably not. He's playing well, but the midfield in England is stacked.
It is stacked.
Like Bellingham, Rice, Foden, like anyone can play those games. Like there's already enough players there. So unfortunately, Rice probably won't make it. But you know what? Barkley might not make it. But you know what? Kudos to him. He came back. Like it's been a rough career for him, like injuries and whatnot. So he's showing his class. But
it tips over the crossbar and it goes out for a goal kick. That was that.
It was close.
Yeah.
Onana's hand was kind of close, but I don't think he was going to save that. He was not. No.
Because you look from the second angle, like the ball was like to the right of his hand.
Yeah.
Like it was not. Yeah.
It would have gone in.
But that was the game. So let's do our clown of the week and player of the week. I hope. Let's start with the clown of the week.
I told you this before. I know he might not deserve it for this specific game, but I'm going to give it to Bruno. First half was shaky as hell.
Yeah.
Even parts of second half was shaky as hell. Like all he was doing is getting the ball and just playing a through ball and for God knows who. Like a lot of times misplaced passes, misplaced shots, his left foot cross. His left foot just wasn't doing shit. Like it's worse than my left foot, which is saying a lot. And it was just very, I don't know, just a lot. Maybe he probably did create enough chances. He probably did the things that he normally does. He generated the numbers, the XG, whatnot. But no, it's just not good enough. You got to be a bit more composed on the ball. You got to be. He still ran around the pitch. He still worked hard. He still gave out his heart. He left all of his work there. Like he didn't really keep leaving anything in the tank. But when it comes to playing the ball, keeping the ball, we kind of depend on him on creating those chances and playing those passes and scoring the goals when he gets the chance at the edge of the box. He didn't do any of that today. Maybe once or twice, but in 90 minutes, not good enough. Yeah. So I'm sorry, but I got to give it to him.
Yeah, I kind of disagree. Like I think second half he was much better.
But
the first half I agree completely. Yeah. Like I think him and Casemiro they were losing the ball way too much.
Yeah.
And it's shocking how Kobe Mainoo can hold the ball completely on his own in the second half. But I think second half Bruno, to be honest, he was more in his favorite position. And I think second half he played okay. Like he kept the ball well. But I agree, first half it was horrendous.
Yeah.
But I don't think that his negative impact is even measurable to what Onana did again. And I feel bad for Højlund because he did this in the Champions League. He carried United, and then Onana did all of this work. And today it almost happened in the Prem. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm just tired of giving it to Onana. I kind of want to find new players to give it to, and you know what? Everyone deserves a little bit of criticism in our team.
100%.
everyone's improving, but they're also like not focusing on what's important like a lot of times, and like they need to keep their focus up. So they need to keep their heads up. But yeah.
All right. So let's go for the positive. Let's go for the player of the week.
Yeah. All right. I mean, there's a bunch of good ones. Dalo's been doing amazing with his defensive ability. Like, he actually improved a lot, but he did scuff a chance today, so sorry, he's not getting it. Garnacho messed up his chances today. Even though he got an assist, which shouldn't have been an assist, I'm still not going to give it. For me, it's Mainu. First half, I feel like, so the issue, at least from what I can see, is Mainu was playing that McTominay position, not as high up the pitch, but he's still that player that's kind of supporting Casemiro, but not really. Because sometimes he's like in Bruno's position, and there's no one to like support Casemiro. There's a big gap in the midfield, and I think that gap is where Mainu should be. But I don't know if it was Luton putting 2 men on Mainu to stop him,
which we did see.
Yeah, which we did see a bunch of times. So it's either that, or it's either Ten Hag instructing Mainu to be that higher up player, like when he likes to play that 3-1-6, which is honestly, I don't love it. I feel like it should be a 3-1-1-5 or something. I don't even know if that's a formation, but just have him in that gap. And once Casemiro kind of went off in the second half, once we saw some changes made, Mainu was on the ball. He was class. He did not lose the ball. He had like 3 people on him, dribbles around them, dribbles through them, plays nice passes. Obviously, he's still not perfect. Makes a mistake here and there. He's still young. He's 18. I'm not gonna give him shit for 100%. That. So, but yeah, he's still class for me. Love the guy, and an honorable mention to Johnny Evans came on and actually played a good game. Like, did everything right, didn't do any risky bullshit, and just showed his experience. And I think that's for me.
Yeah, no, that's a great shout. I mean, to me, I've given it to Hoyland so many times. He's probably gonna be my player of the season when we do this.
Yeah. Don't blame me for that. But.
Yeah, but I'll give it to Johnny Evans. Just for the same reasons that you mentioned. He was class when he came on, and he was a real calming influence on the team. Yeah. On the ball, off the ball. So Johnny Evans, amazing. One last thing I want to talk about about this game is this game showed how important it is to have a squad. Yeah. Because our first team was fucked. Like, let's be honest, like, the first half, if we had the same team for the second half, we probably would have lost or drawn, at best. But it was good that, Scott, Johnny Evans, and Lindelof came on and did a job. Yeah. But these players, again, you can't rely upon them. Like, they did the job today, but they can't do it every single week if you need them. So, Ineos, if you're watching,
we need some substitutions. We we have Malacia, but obviously he's injured 90% of the time we've had him. Yeah. We signed Regulion, who was not good enough. I mean, obviously he was a makeshift signing and whatnot. We lack the talent in center backs. Midfield, obviously, Mainu's coming as our academy player and was kind of covering up the gap that we had. But if it's not for Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno, we don't have anything.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
Up front, we only have one striker that can do the job. Yeah. On the wings, Rashford needs some... He needs some competition. Yeah, he 100% needs some competition. He needs to have, his position needs to be threatened. Because otherwise, he's just doing what he does. He's being a little lazy, being weak, playing too soft. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Garnacho's still playing his game, and he's still young, so I don't blame him too much.
And I think, and he was supposed to be the competition for Rashford, but because his game is so much better on the right that we've seen, I think he's probably going to be our starting right winger next season. So we need some competition for Rashford for sure. Whether it's someone in the academy who can come in and step in, or you buy someone, someone like a Dan James. I'm not saying the quality, but just a cheap signing that comes in, puts in the work, and.
Pushes him away. Push him out of the team.
It's the same as when Alex Telles came in and Shaw just upped his game. Yeah. 100%.
And it's a very much... I mean, I'm going to correct you. We don't have a right winger. Not any good ones, so Garnacho kind of had to cover up. And we found out that he's actually decent there. He has a decent left foot, so it works out. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, Garnacho and Rashford can kind of play both wings. Yeah. They might be better on one than the other, but...
Yeah, you need one... you need one person who can...
We need a specialist on those wings, right? We don't need 100%. Makeshift left wingers or right wingers. We're Manchester United. We need to fucking have the talent that can play on the sides we want them to play on. But Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ineos, you gotta keep watching. You gotta keep looking at it. Keep scouting. Get that director in. Get that scouting groups like set up, like everything set up. It's gonna be a long journey. I don't think we're gonna have the perfect squad next season, but the season after that, we should have filled in most of the gaps.
100%.
So let's see. I mean, if Rashford leaves, we get a lot of money, and I don't mind that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think he is a realistic option for PSG.
Yeah.
I mean, like, whatever we say about Rashford, like, just in terms of pure talent,
he has it.
Like, he has it. Like, him, Mbappe, Vinny, even
very
like
similar players.
Like, yeah, based on last season's form, you could say Rafael Leao, but I think Rashford is just like a level above him and Kvaratskhelia. Like he is probably like the natural successor to Mbappe if they want someone like for like at PSG.
Yes, like for like, yes, natural successor, yes.
Yeah.
But is he better than Leao? I don't know. Leao's actually good.
He's good, but I mean, like, I think Rashford, talent-wise, I think he's probably a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, Rashford's also been playing for a bit longer than Leao, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, Leao's a talent too.
100%.
No,
100%.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I see what it is, but
yeah,
it's gonna be an interesting summer. Mbappe leaving PSG. PSG wanting to sign Rashford. What does Vinny do once Mbappe is there? Like, do they play all three of like Rodrigo, Vinny, and Mbappe, or do they replace Vinny with Mbappe and like Vinny goes somewhere else? I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting kind of summer of transfers,
100%.
and it's definitely gonna be an interesting one for United because there's a lot of things to work on. It's a lot of cleanup, a lot of things we need to catch up on, a lot of places that we need to fill in. So
I mean, we're actually missing. What's gonna happen with Haaland? We all knew when he was joining City that City was a couple of year project, just like how PSG was for Mbappe. I think for both of them, the goal is Real Madrid, Barcelona. Does he join?
The thing is, if City keeps winning, if City wins stuff this year, I think Haaland stays.
See, Gundogan left. People leave City all the time.
That's true.
Leroy Sané.
But I think Gundogan's also at the end of his career, so Guardiola didn't really
I don't think so. I think
care to keep him too much.
I think he wanted him.
I think he definitely wanted him. I don't think he cared that much.
He was his captain.
I know, but I don't think he I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows what the reality is, but that's my feeling that maybe because he's at the end of the career at this point, Guardiola's like, I would rather not lose you, but if you want to leave, then it is what it is, right? Because there's a lot of competition at City.
Yeah.
Gundogan probably didn't see himself playing too much. And Barcelona was a decent project because Xavi just won the league.
Yeah.
There was some potential there, a lot of nice new kids coming in, a lot of things happening there. Unfortunately, that's been gone to shit shows. Xavi's leaving, so it's an interesting thing that just happened at Barcelona. But let's move on. Move on. We got to do some predictions. We haven't done them in a while.
Yes, we got some predictions.
Yeah.
Let's get to the next 5 games.
Yeah.
The first one at home in the Premier League, we're gonna face Fulham.
Oof.
What do you think?
3-1 to Manchester United.
I was gonna pick the same scoreline.
Oh damn!
3-1? All right, fine. I'll stick with my 3-1. I think we're gonna concede a goal because that's what we do.
That always happens.
But we've started to add goals to the game, and Højlund's been on crazy hot form. Yeah. And I think Garnacho scores 1 next game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He messed up his chances today, but he gets in those positions. He gets into those positions, and he's not someone that gives up.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna just give up and frown upon frown upon his chances. He's gonna learn from them. He's like, next time I'm putting it in, and he's gonna put it in. Sounds a bit messy, but Nottingham Forest away. This is an FA Cup game, I think, right?
Yeah, I think this is the FA Cup game.
Oof. We have to win it. We win it, but by how much?
Yeah. I'm not sure if we have replays in this round. Because if we have replays in this round, I think it might be a draw.
Okay.
But if it's gonna go to extra time or penalties, I think we might just nick it. I don't know what score though. But I think United takes it. I'll just give the result.
I say 3-2.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun game. I think.
It's gonna be a fun game.
Fulham might be 3-1 or 2-1, but Nottingham Forest, I think is gonna be a more fun game. Yeah. Especially last time we lost to them, we're gonna come back with some vengeance, and then Nottingham Forest is not gonna back down. So I think it's gonna be
it's my Morgan Gibbs White watch.
Yeah.
Let's scout him. Let's see how he does again.
Yeah. I think 3-2.
3-2.
That's for me.
Good. The next game at the Etihad,
no.
Premier League, March 3rd.
City versus Manchester United. We're playing away against.
Look, I think this is one game we can lose, and it won't break our season because everyone who plays City
pretty much
is going to lose. So
I mean,
Chelsea. I mean, they actually great result.
The thing is, arguably the best team in the league. Still a little shaky. De Bruyne is back, but they're creating chances, but not actually capitalizing them a lot of times.
Yeah.
Foden's on form. I don't know. I want to say a draw.
Oh, that's not happening.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. The thing is, it depends on if Casemiro can keep his calm. I don't think Martinez is back by this time now, so it's gonna have to be Maguire and Varane. It depends on if Maguire can keep his calm. It just really depends on the individual performances. If Casemiro gets booked again, we're fucked. If Maguire does the shaky shit that he did today, we're fucked. If Shaw is injured, we're definitely fucked because we don't have any other left back. If Shaw's in the team and if he can actually put a decent performance, I think it's a draw. Otherwise, we lose like 3-1.
I think 2-0 to City.
Yeah, I think we score a goal. But yeah.
I don't think so. I think
it's away. It's going to be difficult. But
it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Next game, home, Premier League to Everton. Okay, this should be, I wouldn't say easy, but I think in terms of a guarantee, I think it's probably, a very high chance United takes this.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2-0.
I mean, it depends on how bad the loss against City is, but how the mentality is at that point. But we're going to come back wanting a win at home. So, 1-0. It's going to be a close game. 1-0, just like a calm one.
Okay. And then our last game for this prediction, home to Sheffield United.
Win 2-1.
I think this is the game we batter someone this season. I'm going to go for a 4-0.
Oh, yeah, Sheffield's not doing good.
4-0.
No, I'm going to stick to 2-1. I think we can't break low blocks, and we're still not going to be able to. And that might just mess up our game, but yeah.
Possible. 100%. All right, so let's round off just the top 4 race as we see it. And title race. So right now,
same thing.
Liverpool leading. We have Arsenal, I think, trailing them by 1 point.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong. Let's take a look. So Arsenal trailing them by 2 points. City have a game in hand, but because they drop points to Chelsea, they're trailing Liverpool by 4 points. So if they win, they're still behind Liverpool. Which I thought City would catch up, but they're probably not gonna make it with their game in hand.
I mean, they're not going to make it up top, but it's a close one.
It's a close one.
It's like 1 point apart, 57, 56, 55, if we're assuming like City wins, which probably happens. And then Aston Villa, obviously they're going to be fourth. Unfortunately, my prediction of the season doesn't seem like it's going well. Aston Villa is not winning the season.
We all wanted them to win for our own reasons, but it's not happening.
It would have been fun though, but it was hopeful. It is what it is. Aston Villa couldn't do what Leicester City did, and I guess other teams weren't having as shaky of a season as we thought they were. So, I mean...
Yeah, in terms of the title race, I would say... So, Arsenal's already beaten Liverpool. So, they're good in that. Like, they don't have to play Liverpool to, be scared of, having a 5-point gap between the two teams. But I think Arsenal has to play City, and City has to play Arsenal and Liverpool.
Yep. City's gonna have a tough couple of games.
Yeah,
like it's actually gonna be interesting for them, because next week, I mean, it's City Brentford, but
I think they play us first, which they probably win, but then they have to play
the City Liverpool.
Then it's the game after. Okay, so they're playing back to back, us and Liverpool.
And Arsenal Chelsea's that week too. Actually, the next week.
I think Arsenal will get past Chelsea. I don't think that'll be too much of an issue.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, City, to be honest, they have a tough run of games coming up. Like, they have to play us, Liverpool, Brighton back-to-back. Mm-hmm. And then they also have to play Arsenal. So, I wanted them to win the league just because Plastic Club, no one cares about them. Yeah. They can break whatever records they want, 150 charges. But...
I mean, if the charges get...
Now we kind of have to decide between Liverpool winning their 20th and tying with us, or Arsenal fans being insufferable for the next couple of months.
I take the Arsenal insufferableness.
Yes.
But honestly, being it's a hot take. I know you don't agree with me on this, but I'd rather it's a shit. Fuck it, I don't care whatever it is. I'd rather have Liverpool win than City. I don't know. I hate City a bit too much.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
For me, I don't want Liverpool to do anything, and then you add on to the fact it's Klopp's last season.
Yeah.
I hate okay. I think he's a great manager, great coach,
Respect.
but I don't like him as a person at all. He's such a fucking obnoxious person.
He's a whiny little bitch.
I know.
But it's fun to watch. It's so fun to watch.
I know,
it's like the Jose Mourinho moment.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if he goes out crying, that'd be perfect.
I mean, he's going to cry either way. He's leaving a club that he's admired for the longest time. He's been here for a long time. It's going to be an emotional thing.
Yeah.
You win or lose, it's going to be emotional.
100%.
Happy tears, sad tears.
They're probably going to win the Carabao Cup, let's be honest. Like, Chelsea's not... yes, Chelsea had a good result, but...
Yeah, Chelsea's had a good game. Good couple... The Chelsea, again, they've had similar run of games like us. Like, low block teams, they just can't break. Yeah. But when it's an actual, like, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, they've held their ground.
Yeah.
And they've actually played decent games there. But whenever it's, like, an unorthodox team or some, like, mid-table team, they just can't cope with it. And it's weird. It's weird how Chelsea's playing, what they're doing. I mean... Talking about that yesterday, Chelsea and City 1-1 draw. City had a shit ton of chances.
Yeah. See, I only caught the last 10 minutes of the game when Rodri scored, but I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haaland had 3 big chances that he missed. De Bruyne, doing what he does, played a full game after his first full game after injury or something, and he actually played well. He was putting in the crosses. He was putting in prime De Bruyne-esque crosses with the left foot, right foot, wherever he was around the pitch to Haaland, and Haaland just misses them. It's sad. It's sad to see that Haaland's doing that, because
to be honest, I think he's coming off of a personal tragedy. I think his grandma passed away or something recently. So I've heard that online. After the game, I saw a video on Twitter. A cameraman was trying to come to him. But,
he just shoved the camera away. I saw that.
But again, he's also someone who has a very good mentality. You look at the Community Shield, his first game, first competitive game, he misses that open chance, and you saw him. He was laughing, right? And we all knew what happened after that. So, I'm sure he'll bounce back.
100% he's bouncing back, but it's just weird to see him not score those chances. It was just weird. Sure. But and then Chelsea had 2 or 3 one-on-ones with the goalkeeper. Nicholas Jackson messed it up. And then Sterling eventually got the goal. Yeah, he actually turned Kyle Walker, put a nice finish into the right side of the net. Man, it was nice to see Sterling scoring twice against his former club and actually celebrating both times. So,
did he celebrate? I don't think he celebrated.
Time he did. I don't know about last time.
No, he didn't.
Well, last time he did.
Because he was just running, but his demeanor was like he was looking down and.
I think this time he actually did celebrate though.
I don't know why. Because looking at the highlights today and.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I don't think he celebrated. But what I don't like is, come on, okay. I know this is getting long, but this is something I really want to talk about. The City, you have, let's count up. You have probably 5 or 6 legends in your entire history, and out of that, 5 of them are from these past 10 years. Yeah. And out of that, Raheem Sterling is probably one of them.
I wouldn't agree.
Such a classless club. You're booing the guy who scored so many goals, who's helped you win so many titles, and then on the other hand, there's Cole Palmer, who leaves City because he doesn't want to play there, and you're cheering him on. Yeah. What a classless club. No wonder you fucking piece of shit. I pray you get relegated. I hate City, man.
And such a useless club. Those financial breaches gotta do something to them. It's a shit show. I don't know. The putting up 115 and not even one of them coming up, but Everton and Nottingham Forest, I think. What was the other one?
Yeah, I don't know the second one about to. Yeah,
it was funny, but back to the title race. Liverpool had a good week. They won 4-1, against Brentford. Arsenal had a great week, 5-0 against Burnley, who's at the bottom of the table, yes, but Burnley also shows potential here and there. I don't know. Yeah. Good. Arsenal's had good two back-to-back games, 6-0, 5-0, and
100%.
They're bouncing back. They had a couple shaky games. But at this point, they're bouncing back. They're still scoring. They're now scoring their goals, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep it up till the end of the season, right? Because that's what always happens. Yeah. They always, towards the end of it, just that one game that they need to win, they mess up, and
their momentum just dies right at that point.
And then the next couple of games, whatever, they just lose hope and they just lose the title. But yeah, Liverpool fighting as strong as ever. Salah's back. Mo Salah. But
they are getting injuries.
Yeah, they got 2 injuries this time. They got who got injured? Curtis Jones got injured. Who's the second one? Jota.
Jota.
Yeah. Who's actually a key player for them because while Salah was gone, he was actually putting up the performances.
He's playing well.
Yeah.
Aston Villa won against Fulham.
Yeah.
Again, they're 5 points ahead of us, but anything can happen.
Yeah, they only won 2-1, so it's still a shaky game. They are showing signs of weakness. Their momentum's dying down bit by bit. But there are some players that are still carrying them. Like Bailey still keeps going.
Yeah. Watkins
is still going. McGinn is still going. It's just those few players. I think their defense is kind of weak. They don't exactly keep up the pressure and stay focused.
It's the style of play, right? Like they concede a lot of chances because of the way they play.
Yeah.
It's just other teams, if they can capitalize, like you can beat Villa. Like they're a beatable team. They're a good team, but they're beatable.
Yeah.
And it just depends now. Like we just have to win our games and make sure that we capitalize on any more errors that Villa has.
I feel like if Villa strengthens in like their midfield a little bit and their defense, they can be a good title challenging team. So. But yeah, that's that, I guess.
I guess last one, Tottenham lost to Wolves again. Wolves did a double on them this season. Not one of the list of things in our Premier League bingo. But that happened. And Tottenham just 3 points ahead of United.
Yeah. We have a chance.
We have a chance.
We have a chance to
and now, if we had beaten them, which was close, like it just, again, it's in our individual errors that led to that.
Yeah.
We would have been tied with them on points.
We should have. But yeah, we can only look at the past and talk about it. But we just gotta move on. We gotta look forward.
Yeah.
The next few games, I honestly, that City game is gonna be what kind of decides our season.
I don't think so.
Not decides
because the thing is like everyone's got you
that's
look at
where
Villa,
momentum gets messed up.
Like Villa has to play them at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Spurs. They tend to beat City more often than not, or just have a good result against them. But again, just the way they're playing, they probably won't beat City. So everyone's gonna drop points against City. Now we just have to make sure we win our games. That the rest don't, and we have a chance. We've played the both of them, so we don't have to risk losing points against them. It's just now just make catching up on their mistakes.
Yeah, it's just more my idea is the momentum that comes up, the momentum fall, right? Because we've won the last 3, 4, 5 games that we've played.
5 games on the bounce.
Yeah, and if we lose, and especially if it's a big loss, we know how our players are. A lot of them can bounce back, but not all of them, and that's where our downfall might be. But I hope not. I hope they can just, if we do lose, if it's a bad loss, they can just move on from it and just move on to the next one, because that's what we gotta do.
100%. So let us know what you think about this game. Tell us who you think is gonna win the title, because now it's really heating up.
1 point each.
Comment below about how many goals do you think Point's gonna score in a row. I'm gonna say he's gonna get to 8.
I can see
8
that.
games in a row.
Yeah. I was gonna say 10, but I don't think so.
No, because City game's in the middle.
Yeah.
Unless he's worse against City somehow.
I think we score a goal against City. I don't know if it's Højlund, but someone has to score. McTominay might score.
McTominay could score.
Yeah, comes up off the bench, scores 2 goals. We draw the game. I'm kidding. That's not gonna happen. But that's that. I guess. Comment, subscribe,
and we will see you next week.
Peace out.
Peace out.